Hey Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 34. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, do those things. If you're coming back at me, thank you again for all the love. I'm glad you like what you see and you keep coming back. You are what makes this video happen because I love interacting with you and all the things, and you know that. So, all right, so let's jump in. I had lots of love and concern for my puppy last week. He is much better. I don't know what gets into him every once in a while. It is what it is. So he's better. I had to take my other one to the vet. My German yesterday had an ear infection that woke me up at 2:30 in the morning and needed me to love on him for like 45 minutes to get him back to sleep. So off to the vet, and I was lucky that our state has opened up and things like that can be handled. So blessed there. So that is it for the update. Other than that, things are still trucking along around here as far as my kids being at work. My youngest one turned 16, so he will be working more hours now because there's rules and laws or whatever for how many hours a kid can work. Anyway, we're getting our e-learning's done, even with pulling teeth sometimes and doing the things. So my husband and I have been working outside, hence the little red glow you have here, for our gardening. And I'm upping my game with even more tomatoes this year because I discovered Priscilla's yard sauce last year that I have made my own, and my kids love it. So I have goals of 40 to 45 bags of red sauce in my freezer at the end of the season. We'll see. So that's what's going on in life. So we're a couple minutes in. Let's jump into what you're here for, and that's cross stitching. So I have a finish this week. I was pushing hard to get this done, and I told you on here. So my Sunflower Diaries May piece, I got it finished. I love these little pieces. How poetic. This is my birthday month and I love my kitties. So perfect that it's two little kittens for that. I love it. So that is my one finish. Again, if you don't remember, I don't know how I'm gonna finish these, so I'm just collecting them, and once I figure it out, then I'll do all of them at the same time probably. My next piece is I do it every single day, live simply. This little cover page is getting a little tattered, but I stitched this on 25 count Lugana Heritage, and I'm super excited. Look at this piece. I love it. I busted out all 5 little sheep, and the diamonds, I got the big part of the color in, and I will get the little flowers. The flowers are very similar to what's on the bottom of her skirt, and I will get those just plugging away a little bit at a time. I really do. I have found love with this piece again. The house about took me out, but we persevered and we're still working on it. So my next one everyone loves to see. Again, please join in the One Nation Sal. I would love to just jump in. I find it interesting how different people work this piece, where they start and what patterns they do and stuff. To me, it's really cool. So One Nation, Bygone Stitches. Mine is stitched on a 32 count Vintage Country Mocha Lugana. And it is my state's week. I'm so excited. Indiana. Look at that. Indiana, one more star. So I did a little extra stitching this week. This is my last short stripe, and then I jump into the long stripes. But I went ahead and connected my square there for the stars. And it all matched up, and I didn't have to undo anything, and I was super excited about it. So I'm going to work on some more diamonds. I was trying to get ahead of the game for the month of May, knowing that it's Mania, so that my stars had their places to go. But it's fun and relaxing to stitch. So the next time I bust it out, I'll probably do a few more outlines for my stars. So I have a couple new starts. Welcome to Mania on I was supposed to start this on May 1st. I don't believe I got it started until Sunday. The start of MyMaynia has not been as anticipated because we had a beautiful weekend and my husband is trying to get the outdoor stuff done, which normally the arrangement in this house is he is the outdoor guy, because I take care of all the indoor stuff, but I have an opinion about flower arrangements, though. I do it to myself. I have to go outside and work in those gardens, but oh well. All right, my new stars is Feels Like Home. I am doing that stitch along with the Fat Quarter Shop. I fell in love with the Bluebird, and it was a deal at that point. It was a deal at that point. I am not using their fabric that they chose. I don't know if you remember a couple episodes back that I'm into the vintage country, vintage smoky gray, vintage country mocha. Well, there was a white one. I've only found it in 25 count vintage smoky white Lugana. So this is what it looks like, my fabric. You can see just a little bit of variation. This is actually a print, if I've never told you that before, so it's not going to show you on this. It's solid on the back, and then it's like a printed on variation. But anyway, look at that bird. That's what we're here for, the bird. That's part one. He's so cute. And this is the needle minder I got because I just couldn't stop myself with the Bluebird thing. So part one is done, and we are ready for Friday. So for part two. This will be done through the month of May. That's the deal. It drops a part every single Friday, and that's my plan anyways, to do it on Friday, even though I failed at it this time. All right, so I started a queen, even though she got started late. I got my spring queen started. So this is what she'll look like as a reminder. And she is stitched on Collar and Cotton's white tee, 28 count. And this is where I am at on her. Just some hair. I keep saying I came to the realization yesterday all of my mirrors probably will just have hair during my mania, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep working on this because my new mirror doesn't drop until, again, Saturday, so I'll get more stitches in on this. I'm happy with the progress. Like I said, it was a late start, so I will get more done. I will get more done. A couple other stitches that I did knock out before Mania kicked in are my cinnamon stars, and it is stitched on 28 count toasted coconut, and I just did the roof, and let me get it up here for you. I just did the roof, the chimneys, the little star in the middle, and outline part of the house, the center part of the house. Loving it, loving it. I think and I've probably said this on here to you before, but I love this piece so much that I only do little bits because I want to drag it out. Is that not silly? It's probably silly, but it's me, so it's silly. Oops, that became almost a mess. One other piece that I did was Tencel. I call it Tencel. I don't even know what it's called, by Lizzie Kate. Don't get your tencel in a tangle. I am doing this just in the DMC, not the weak styes. And I busted out the tree and a couple more letters. I messed up that tree somewhere. I have no idea where. And actually what I think I did was mess up one of the letters in Tencel. I don't really care. Nobody's gonna know. Well, everybody's gonna know. I just told you, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Not everything do you undo your mistakes. So, all right, I'm doing something fun here before I jump into haul and all the thing and plans. So I'm gonna change it up a little bit. It's spring, and I was so excited because I had such a beautiful spring weekend. And then today, I wish I could turn you around, but I would never get my camera right again, and show you that it's a yucky gray day. My husband even said it's like gonna be a soup weather kind of day, hence the sweatshirt and all the things. But when I was preparing for this, I thought, Spring Queen, it's spring. It feels like spring. It did all weekend. So let's show you, let's do some get to know you things for you. So I have a few springtime questions that I'm going to answer for you. I'm not creating a tag. If anybody else wants to do this, knock yourselves out. Enjoy it. Have fun. You don't need to. I'd love to hear your answers, so let me know you're doing it, but I'm not creating a tag. Anyway, favorite spring flower. Again, I just planted flowers, so it was, I can become crazy at those nurseries, but my Gerber daisies are one of my favorite flowers, hands down. I went to a new nursery, and it was an Amish nursery about 30 minutes away, and I found snapdragons for the first time in a long time. Oh, and they had viney ones, so we're trying a few things, growing my own baskets versus buying them, so we'll see. Anyway, Gerber daisies are one of my favorite springtime flowers. So perfect weather for this spring is 70 and sunny, what I experienced all weekend long. Do you see the red nose? I'm a bad girl. I don't put sunblock on. I should. And if you ever see my daughter on here, and you can sometimes see pictures, I can't see any of my background. My daughter is a little, very fair child, redheaded kid, and, well, she's a teenager, but adult. Anyway, I digress. Favorite spring beverage. I am a sweet tea girl. It's bad. You already knew I was a tea drinker, but it's still sweet tea will get me every time. My favorite thing that I look forward to in the spring is really, this was hard to narrow down, but I was outside, and it's one of those things that you realize is a sign of spring is your baby goslings. I love those little baby geese. When I see those goslings falling around on the pond, oh, I'm like, spring is here. Let's get the gardening going. Anyway, okay, what is your go-to outfit for the spring? So our springs can kind of be wonky like it is now. And I am a capri, like legging capri t-shirt kind of thing, or a shorts and tank shirt when we get a better weather. So I'm sure that's basic. I would love to tell you, oh, I love to wear spring dresses and stuff. I do, but it's not really me all the time. 2014, I had foot surgery, and I had to wear this walking boot, and it was a thing. And I was in that boot for almost 10 weeks. I wore dresses the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I know. All right, next. Do I do an activity in the spring that I enjoy? Yes, I've mentioned that a few times already. My planting my garden and my flowers, I absolutely love it. And our gardening plants outside, my husband always says, oh, we really probably should have hired a professional. And I was like, no, I like my Mod Podge stuff. I love my peonies that I actually transplanted from my mom's house, who transplanted from her mother-in-law's house, and they came here. So two of my peony plants are like 4 generational plants, which I think that is awesome. So I have beautiful hostas that were given to me by a friend at work. So I have stories in mine. I don't need it to be a garden center designed place for me to love and enjoy. And my planting of my garden, my grandpa back home, my grandpa when he was alive was known as this man that had this amazing garden. People would be like, hey, have you seen those gardens on Riggin Road? And I was like, yeah, that's my grandpa. So it's kind of cool. And I was just telling my dad that this weekend when I was planting my stuff. I'm like, my maiden name is Hirschberger, so I must have got some of that gene to where I can pull off gardens. So I think it's kind of cute. What holiday do I celebrate in the spring? Well, I'm a mother, so Mother's Day and my birthday. It's a double whammy for the month of May for me. Mother's Day and my birthday on May 23rd. So that's it. Spring, my favorite color for spring, it's actually white and like pink. And when I mean pink, I mean like one of the trees that's native to Indiana is the redbud tree. I had it at my old house, and it's like a pink fuchsia. I don't know, it's a sign of spring. Whenever I see those naturally start popping up, you'll find them around tree lines and forest lines, and I had to plant one in my front yard here just because it feels like home. My least favorite thing about spring is yard cleanup. That yuckiness from the winter into the spring, and then just, yeah. That's probably why I tell my husband it's his outside work. While I do laundry and dishes and cook all 12 months out of the year, he can do the yard work. I know, I'm bad. Anyway, my favorite memory about spring. That's when I searched for a little bit. So my husband and I started dating in 2008. And when we started dating, on Memorial Weekend, we pulled together like a camping trip. And I mean tents on the ground. He made up this whole big kitchen tent. Friends came. We roasted dinners and did all that. All of our cooking was outside on the charcoals, and we sat around and told stories and drank, and it was a really good memory. And it was, like I said, we had just started dating, so the families were together because I'm a blended family, and it is what it is. So anyway, that's my little bit of questioning about springtime. I am going to move on into haul, and I know some of you bug out by here, but I was fortunate enough on the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch. She posted super quick that It's a Charm School, and I'm going to show this to you here. It's a Charm School on Etsy had a few needle minders that she was, and she has since placed orders because it was a big hit. Sorry about that. Check out how cute this is. Look, that is so cute. Well, It's a Charm School. My package from them was so doggone cute. Look at this. All of this came in here. This was the charm. Then there was a package of, oh, look, a package of like things, like they're cute little paper things that you could do for, I'm sure it's for journaling, like grunge journals and stuff, but super cute. She made, all these are homemade. All the packaging is homemade. And then there's a little card that says, well done, you passed Charm School 101. Super cute. I'm going to put her in the comments below for Etsy. What extra time and energy it took for her to make this such a cute thing, but it was super special. When I opened it, I had no clue, and it was a joy to open up. All right, I placed an order from Down Sunshine Lane because, remember, my dog ate my pattern. Okay, here's the pattern, back in whole, and I ordered a few more because I was sad shopping. So I ordered another Biscornu Cardinal. And then this was on my wish list from Market. Silver Creek Samplers, Izzy Dykens. Hands on Design, Memorial Day. Love that. And last but not least, and this is Jen Lee's Fault, aka 24 Hours of Cross Stitching. Seeking Refuge. This seems gigantic for me, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure that I'll do all of that hot mess down there. It's the saying that drew me. That brick house will be cute. I have no idea or no plans of when I'm going to start this, but I added it to my arsenal, so we'll see. We'll see. All right. Oops. That was my Down Sunshine Lane order. And one more thing to show you, and that is my fabric of the month for Color and Cotton. And this is called Tradeswind. And it's kind of a gray, which would make sense when we're talking about winds. So I love it. I am in the neutral club. That's just kind of, you've probably noticed for my anything that I stitch is neutrally. It's my jam. So that's it. That's all of my haul and all of my updates. So what are my plans? I am going to keep stitching on Spring Queen, but for this coming week, I want to, I don't know if it'll be Mother's Day, because that's when I usually do, I'm going to get my Afghan out. That's what I'm tiptoeing around about. I'm going to get my Afghan out and work on it because it's Mother's Day weekend, and you all know the story. That was a gift from my mother back in 2007 would be my guess. I am going to, of course, Feels Like Home Part 2 will release on Friday. I'll get that out. One Nation to get my next State and Star done. Live Simply, I stitch on every single day. And Summer Queen, I almost forgot Summer Queen. I start Summer Queen on Saturday. So that's my plan. So I will be coming back at you and giving you my updates on Mania. I hope everyone is enjoying Mania, whether you're just watching. I'm watching a ton of Flosstubes still, and seeing what everyone's doing. I love it. I love the Spectator Mania. I love the Sania. Everybody's doing their own jam. I do my own jam. I have never done the so many starts in a row. I'm usually just the one a week thing, but loving it, loving it, loving it. So it's May is a special month for me already, so this just pops it up to another level. So there you go. All right, so I'm going to stop rambling here. I want you all to keep stitching. Do the best you can during this. I am ready for the norm to come back. I'm ready to sit and stitch with my ladies that we get together with once a month. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. So keep stitching. Enjoy your life, and I'm sending you much love. Bye.